Okay, learners, in this section, we are going to talk about population as a resource in a country. So, if we have to talk about population as a resource in India, then we have to answer a few questions. The first question we need to answer is, where do you need population, right? What are the areas where population would be required? And then, what type of population do you need? What type, what quality is required of that population? How much is needed? Where do you need population, what type of population you need, and the third important thing is how much do you need, right? So let's see how this takes care of population as a resource in India. So now coming to the population as a resource in India, if we have to look at the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, they said that they were the ones who introduced the concept of human development in 1990. And they said that what is human development? It basically relates to the enlargement of all the human choices, whether it is economical, whether it's economic, whether it's political, whether it's social or cultural. So all these choices, human choices, should be enlarged, should be expanded. Okay, these are the key points that we need to understand connected to the role of human resource in economic development. So when we want to achieve economic development, we cannot ignore the resource of humans, of population which are staying in that country, right? So the first important thing that the population does is it creates the ends. So what is the main purpose of economics is basically human development, right? So if we have to talk about human beings, they should have that development, the benefit of development, and how it is achieved through economic development, right? So when we talk about humans, human development is the end, right? And how to achieve this is based on economic development. So economic development is the means to achieve it, right? So if we say you want a car is the end and money is the means to get it, correct? So similarly for human development, the human development is the end purpose, you could say. And how to achieve this purpose, what is the means to achieve this purpose? It is economic development. So hope this point is clear. Okay, now, what happens if a good human population exists? Obviously, there will be less civil disturbances in the society and there will be more political stability. Which means, when there is political stability, what happens? There is more stable nation, and obviously, there will be more better enhanced economic development. So, they go hand in hand. Now, when we talk about the economic development with human resources, it's not just that it's going to become the widening of income choices, right? How you get income, there are wider choices. No, it's not that way. It is more about the aspects of overall human development. So it would be not just getting income, not just getting money, but also your overall development as a human. Now, how human resources can develop? You need provisions of education, healthcare, services, training, skill set development, and so on. Also, human resources can help to improve life expectancy with good healthcare. And they can also have more research and development. So, the more intellectual humans you have, the more better the human resource is. You can obviously have more research, more innovation, and this can help the nation building. If you have human resources in hand, you will have more human productivity, isn't it? So if you have labor can work and make things, manufacturing process can pick up. So skilled labor is required, right? You just don't need human beings, you need skilled human beings. That is very important. And overall, the society can benefit with the development of human resources and good human resources. Okay, so this is, you can say, the role of human resources in the overall economic development. So what they do, they are actually providing a better overall development of the society. What is important here to see is that India has the largest population, but does India have the largest quality population? So, countries like Japan, if you see, they have a very small population, but the population quality is really good. That means they have the skills, they have the education, they have the mindset, they have the hard working ability, they have the good healthcare facility, good education, everything is there. And so you can see that even though Japan is a less populated country, a small country, still it is more developed, it is more skilled, and the human resource is beneficial. Now, India, the situation is reversed. We have lots of a huge population, but within that, there the skill sets are very low. And so, what happens? Though there is a quantity of population which is large, the quality is not that good. And in fact, because of the brain drain which has taken place in the several past years, what has happened? Many people have opted to live out of India, work out of India, and contribution of the best brains of India have gone to countries like USA, Germany, UK, Japan, and other countries, right? So, cream population of India, which was a good skilled population, all of them may not be here, and so it is a country's loss. So, quantity is there, but quality is not there, and so what is happening? Economic development cannot take place properly. Another thing is, for an economy to run, what happens? Innovation is required, you require research. So more innovation, more research, more betterment will be there in terms of, you can say, the overall industrialization, overall economic development. But here it does not happen. India is becoming more like a consumption based economy where goods are consumed, other countries dump their products here for the purpose of consumption. So since there is a huge market, right, there are more buyers. So consumption happens, and so many industries become interested in having their parts, or you can say having their branches, having their subsidiaries in India. So this is how the country currently is in. And so what is important is developing the education facilities, developing the people, their skills in such a way that the country's population shifts from just a quantity population to a quality population. So that is how the economic development of the country, India, can take place. So hope these points are clear, and we will be proceeding to the next chapter, which is another important chapter in the economics, which is connected to the unemployment in India. Now, India faces a huge unemployment crisis, growing even in the year 2025, and why it has unemployment, how things can change if you have the proper employment generation, and so on. This is what we will be talking about in the next chapter 7, unemployment in India.